what might what might a techno-economic structure for a trans-rational age look like?
That's a great science fiction area, isn't it? And at this point, let me preface the deranged things I'm about to say with a possible explanation, which is that real emergence have to be a complete surprise, or they're not an emergent. And most people that predict future scenarios and stuff, they're real good at sort of taking something going and projecting what it's going to look like on the same level. But because we really don't have a good sense about what these are, they almost always get the vertical stuff wrong. Nobody saw the 60s coming. Not a single sociologist had a clue. And the reason is they were sort of writing blue and orange, and the 60s was green. And nobody had any idea that was coming. And it just hit like an unbelievable tidal wave. They're still kind of sort of figuring that out. Nostradamus, is that how it's pronounced? He's supposed to be this famous, but he got everything wrong. He got everything wrong. I've read that guy. He didn't get a single thing right. I don't know why he has a reputation. So, I think it's going to invite, if you actually, and we're going to talk, the techno-economic mode that goes with the pluralistic or postmodern or green stage is information age. So it's completely pluralistic, information's all over the place, there's no integration to it. Most of the people originally thought as soon as we had an internet, it's going to be the global mind, global brain, it's going to unify everybody. Mostly what the internet's done is fragment humanity into little niche communities. So the neo-Nazis found each other and the KKK are now flourishing and all that kind of stuff. So also Integral Institute and other cultic weird things found their own niche. But it didn't create this, this one unified consciousness, and the reason is any level of consciousness can use the net. So red memes are running around out through it, and blue memes are running through it, and orange memes are, and that's not a unity of consciousness, that's a unity in the lower right as a system, but not in the lower left. So in terms of talking about what's beyond industrialization, information age, what's next, and sort of to take really leaps, I honestly think what we're going to start to see is brain-mind linkages. And I really think subtle energy the research on that is truly astonishing. And if you look at it, even the empirical research, it's just wild. And my guess is that we are, in a sense, going to be developing a lot of very subtle energy technologies with almost instantaneous thought transfer. I think brain-mind computer linkages will probably give all information in terms of data anywhere in the universe available to your brain if you want it. So that if you just want to think your way into the Library of Congress, you can. But what's going to happen, of course, is not just, information doesn't matter. It's how you understand it. And not only information doesn't matter, it's what level of consciousness do you have that wants to understand that information. And I don't think we're going to get at that, because I don't think it's on the radar screen. I don't think the next stage is going to be getting to how to help people transform more rapidly. I think it is going to get into some of these very, very wild information data transfer stuff. And all information is going to be available basically in an implant that you'll probably have implanted. And then what you do with this information overload is going to be very, very interesting. The difficulty is going to come on the political scene, because everybody's born at square one and goes, and I can just use spiral dynamics, go from beige into purple, into red, into blue, into orange, and so on. And 70% of the world's population, ethnocentric or lower, blue or lower, 70%. One person, one vote democracy would be a disaster for this planet. The Nazis would basically take over. So those are the issues that are going to be crucial, and how we use the information that's going to be available, the entire sort of, like say, Library of Congress, plugged into your brain. That could keep you up at night if you decide to try to read all that. So but it's something like that. I think it's going to be actually something like that. And I'll give you one last really off-the-wall thing. You talk about evolution transcends and includes previous stages. So if you look at the human brain, you notice it has the reptilian brainstem, and then the mammalian limbic system, and then the neocortex. Oh, what would be next if it actually did something like that?
I don't know, but it'll give us a big head.
Big head. Okay. Big thing. Sort of like a halo kind of light body. I mean, that's a very possible, that's one way to see it, isn't it? And certainly the traditions, all, again, you don't believe everything in the traditions, because 50-60% of them are Dharma, and 40-50% of them are patriarchal, militaristic, ethnocentric, backwards crap. And you have to decide how to tell that apart. But they all sort of have a rainbow body or light body. We could actually literally have that kind of, kind of. I just think that's be very cool. And there's a new industry for hats for that, so you might want to. You can get into that now and have that going for you.